Hello everybody, Future Drew here. I cannot believe it, but I have over 800 subscribers. First off, thank you all so much who watch, who are subscribed. I appreciate it very much. So you know what that means? It's time for a giveaway. So what you get for a giveaway, it's not anything extravagant, but I don't have a lot to give. So it's $10 towards something in my store. All you have to do to be entered is leave any kind of comment in the video. Just literally anything you want to say, anything you normally would put, leave some kind of comment and you'll get entered into the giveaway. Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I've got 7 items going out today, but before we get to that, it's time for tip of the day. And the tip of the day today is more for me than it is for you. And the tip is to slow down. I cannot tell you how much time I waste when I'm looking items up on my phone to list, to search before I buy them, to search when I am buying on eBay, where I have to delete what I typed and retype it because I was trying to type too fast. Just colossal waste of time. I was about to try and like run some rough math just to kind of like get a guesstimate, but then I was like, I actually don't want to know how much time I waste because it's often. And it's just because I'm trying to be quick, and by trying to do something fast, I in turn take longer because I mess it up. Very simple tip today, slow down. Do things right the first time, and even if you're doing it slower, it 100% will take less time than if you have to do it again. So that's more of a tip for me than it is for you, but if you also find it helpful, that's cool. And also before we pull orders, I did it. Death pile, done. 100% done. And I say 100% done, of course, you know, there's going to be a couple things. There's a couple units over here that they're going to sit there till I'm desperate for something to list because they're not high dollar. They didn't cost me anything. The one has like some water damage, so it's unlikely it works. So those things, you know, they are what they are. I'll test them at some point when I feel like it. There's a couple things still left on here. Effects pedal down there. I'm pretty sure it works. I'm also pretty sure I'm going to keep it. So that's the thing. And then, like I said before, I have a bunch of loose games here, a bunch over there. That's a project for another day because most of them are not high dollar. I don't have jewel cases for them. And it's probably going to get to a point where I have a lot of 100 of them or so. And I just put them in an untested, no cases, 100 lot. If I had one of those, whatever you want to call it, the container that your burnable CDs come on, where it's the post in the middle and the cap. If I had one of those, I'd probably already list it because it'd be a great way to ship them and store them and all that. But that's a project for another day. And then the VHS, they were waiting for me to get done with the death pile so I could get to the VHS that I bought in my thrift haul, which let's go ahead and go through it. And I think I mentioned before, I didn't get anything amazing, just some kind of bread and butter stuff. I was a little disappointed, but not discouraged in any way. First thing, I had gotten a big old pile of Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen VHS. I actually have one more that I have listed right now that's not one of these ones, so I will add that to the pile and do them as a whole lot. They were some were 10 cents and some were 25 cents, so super cheap. I'll lot all those together. I'm not sure exactly how much, but it'll be worth it. Then a couple more VHS. I pick up these sing-along songs. These do pretty good, and I have 2 more in the pile that I mentioned right over here, so I'll lot those together as well, and I don't know, maybe 15 bucks free shipping for the 3. This one I thought was cool. I don't know if it's going to be worth anything, but it's a Nickelodeon variety pack. It's got Rocko's Modern Life, Doug, Carissa Explains It All, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, Pete and Pete, you know, all the good stuff. Worst case scenario, this will end up on my shelf of cool and neat things that I enjoy to look at. For 25 cents, that's some nostalgia I couldn't pass on. Another VHS was this original. This is like the first printing of Neverending Story. I did look this up. I want to say it was like $9.99 free shipping. Nothing crazy. But for 25 cents, that's an easy lister. And then always, just like Barney, I always pick up Wiggles videos. Some are worth more than others. But for 25 cents, this will be at least 10 bucks. A couple more things I got that have been sitting around. These are Tupperware bowls, of course. But these, you can see, compared to my hand, are not the cereal bowl size. These are very, very tiny. The 154s is the number. And I paid $1 a piece. That's too much. But the store I was at was a different store. Second one I went to. The lady was really nice. I had a nice conversation with her. I wanted to buy something while I was there. Pickings were slim. Because it's like one of those, it's like a boutique thrift shop type of thing. But funny story. She was like, "You look familiar." I said, "Well, I used to work over in this area. I'm from a town this way, blah, 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 blah." She's like, and we went through the normal, "I worked here. Do you know this person? Blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Well, do you watch YouTube? I do have a YouTube channel." And she goes, "Julian?" Which is Bearded Thrift Machine, which is not me, of course. But I was like, funny story. I actually know that person. It was very weird. But, all guys with beards look the same. It's a thing. If you have a beard, people all the time think you're somebody else. And I go, it's the beard. It covers most of my face. It looks like every other beard. It's the beard. But also at that same place, there was some PlayStation games, and they were all taped like this. So I wasn't going to bust them all open to check the condition. So I picked up only this one for $2. I want to say it was $20, so I said I'll take the risk on that. And the rest of them, if I was able to check the condition, I probably would have bought most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. A couple other things I picked up were a mistake. It was purple half off tag day. And I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but I do it often, where I'll walk in the store and I go, okay, it's blue tag sale day. And then 3 or 4 minutes later, I'm like, okay, it's orange tag sale day, and I start picking up the wrong color and it gets stuck in my head. So I overpaid for a couple items. This one right here, paid $2. I'll probably get $9.99 free shipping, so that's a waste of money. These I paid $3 each. I think they're $14.99 free shipping, but I'll probably lot the two together for not free shipping, plus shipping for $19.99 plus shipping. And this is all off memory. I'm not positive. But I'll make some amount of money back. But I did that. Unfortunately, I was there 3 hours, and for 2 of them, I thought orange tags were the discount one and didn't realize it till I was back in the car. So, stupid me, but it is what it is. Picked up a wiffle ball bat. It's not a great one. 50 cents on there. Glad they wrote on it in permanent marker. Not a super high-end one, but I have this exact one listed, so I'll clean it up, add an additional quantity to my current listing. So that's very easy. I'm cool with that. This one, again, orange tag. Thought it was half off. But either way, I think it's a pretty good score. Very weird. It's a model kit from a tabernacle making model where it, honestly, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is like a sacrificial animal killing model. So probably some type of Old Testament model of some kind. But brand new, this was, I looked it up, this was selling for over $100. $150 if I'm not mistaken. It is opened. It's bulging in the middle, which that makes me assume part of it was assembled. If all the parts are there, I'm still looking at, close to $100. So I want to say new, they were $150 maybe, but it was a lot of money. And worst case scenario, very worst case scenario, if it's missing a bunch of pieces, I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I can't imagine a more epic setting to have a battle than a sacrificial area of worship or whatever. I don't know, whatever you call this, but they're definitely sacrificing some animals. It's not a butcher shop for sure, because it's biblical of some kind, but that's worst case scenario. Is I paid $10 for something that I'll get to use with my friends, which is fun. And if you have any idea how much that kind of stuff costs, like the legitimate D&D set pieces like this, hundreds of dollars. So worth the 10 bucks no matter what. Now this one actually was half off. And I asked if they part their stuff and make sure everything's in there. She had no idea. She said, yeah, I think so. So that's a no. Because if you're not telling me yes for sure, then it's a no. But either way, this game, Terraforming Mars, I actually might part it out anyways, because parting it out was more dollars. I'll have to check on the sell-through rate of all the pieces, because sometimes part out a game, there's only like 2 or 3 that actually sell through, and the rest people list because they just have them. Hopefully it's just all there and I don't have to worry about it, but half off on that, so $7.50, and I don't remember exactly how much, but it was a good pickup. I remember being excited about that one. Picked up some plug covers, that's for the house. Also these, this was the highlight of my day. My girlfriend goes through charger cords like it's her job, and these were $1 a piece, and these are, I think, all actual Apple product. So even if I wanted to resell them, I would still make some money. But these are just getting thrown in the house, and now she can stop stealing and breaking my cords. Stealing would be fine. I can locate them. We live in the same house. But she breaks them. Every single one. Says it's not her fault. I've never broken one ever. Whose fault is it? Next up, got some Tupperware lids. These are Jello mold toppers, I think is what they were calling them. And they leave a little indent in the Jello when you make a bowl of Jello, I guess. I don't really know. But either way, for $1, I think they were going $9.99 free shipping each. And I got 3 of them there. So that's good. This one I picked up for me. The tin was selling for, I paid $6. The tin was selling for $9.99 free shipping, just an empty tin. This is vintage from 2003, I think. But there are cards inside, so I figured, you know, worst case scenario, it'll be fun to look through. Best case scenario, there's a card there worth some money, and I sell the tin, pay for the whole thing. Then I picked up this. It's a Just Do It Nike tennis camps, which so funny. Don't know if this is worth anything, but for 50 cents, I figured why not? But my girlfriend, Jen, she went to the same shop like 2 days later. She picked up a vintage Nike tennis camp shirt that ended up having a stain on it or something, and it was my size, so now it's my shirt. But it matches this, I just realized. So probably from the same donation. Whoever donated the shirt probably donated the cup as well. It's kind of a hoity-toity town. So there might be like a Nike tennis camp that actually comes to that town or something. I don't think it's worth a lot of money, but for 50 cents, if this ends up being $9.99 free shipping, I'm okay. This one shocked me. Jello Shake-a-Pudding cup. And I want to say these were like 15 bucks, but this is not the cap that goes to it. So I paid $1 for it. It was enough that I paid $1 for it with the wrong cap on it. But I was just very weird that this Jello Shake-a-Pudding, it was enough that I went, okay, sure, throw it in the cart. Definitely weird. I don't remember those because they've got to be vintage of some kind. I don't see a year on it anywhere, but I don't remember ever seeing those anywhere for anything, like at the grocery store or whatever. So I don't know where you would have got those. I'm guessing at a grocery store. I don't know. And then at the bottom of this bag, a ton of koozies. These were all, I think, 25 cents a piece, but foam koozies, you just lot them up once you get enough to fill some type of container. You know, I think the last time I did it, I had like 15 and it filled a number 7 and it ended up being a little over a pound. So it's just something that when they're cheap, I pick them up, I throw them in a container, and when I have enough to make a lot, I make a lot. But there were also some Coleman Tough Foams, which these are 100% a bolo. Pick these up every time in every condition. I paid $1 a piece for them, so they obviously know that they're worth a little more. But individually, I think you get 15 bucks free shipping. But again, I will wait till I have, 5 or 10 of them, lot them up, and sell them that way. But really good money. Pick up the Coleman Tough Foams, and I mean in any condition, even if they're nasty. Clean them up the best you can, and they still sell. And the last thing I got from that place was this pair of Nike Air Jordans. They need to be cleaned up a little more. Jen started cleaning them. They were much worse. because Jen already started cleaning up the sides. You can see that looks fantastic. So just got to clean the bottoms. I paid 15 bucks for them. If I sell them, I will get somewhere around $50. And I say if I sell them because they're my size. And if you know, or if you don't know, I enjoy my fancy Nikes. It's kind of my thing. I'm not one of those crazy people that, you know, buy $400 Jordans. I go on eBay and I buy used old shoes that I enjoy. They fit my feet well and they look cool. So these might end up in my shoe collection, but I don't know. 50 bucks. I might rather have the 50 bucks. I have more shoes than I wear, so that's not really something that I normally would do. But now that I am looking and having everything out, I spent 3 hours at that thrift shop. And it was because it was huge and I'd never been there before. And I was making sure I was exploring every single corner. There was definitely some places I would never walk into in that place again. There was a side room that I started in, and it's where I think they take all their stuff that they're marking down. That's like, hey, let's like Christmas stuff after the season's over. And I spent a half hour going through all the albums in that room, and then realized later that all of the albums in that room were like the terrible, you know, religious ones that nobody's going to buy, where, you know, you sell a lot of 70 of them for 30 bucks. And then in another room, they actually have their albums categorized and alphabetized, but they're marked up. None of them were worth paying the money they were asking for them. But if I was looking for an album, it was great. But now that I'm looking, I mean, if I hadn't got the game, you know, or one of the higher ticket items, it would have been a total loss as far as the amount of time and effort, my amount of time and effort and dollars, because it's a 75 mile round trip. So I was feeling a little more confident when I left, but now that I'm looking at it, I didn't lose money, but it's not great. And then this next bag, this is stuff, which I'm glad they gave me this bag. This will be nice for taking to garage sales and what have you. That's fantastic. That's a nice add-in. But this is just my local Salvation Army. I popped in there the other day. Got this vintage Power Rangers, $2.49. I want to say it was $14.99 free shipping. Not a ton of money, but that works. Usually, if they're cheap enough, I pick them up. I actually got this at the Goodwill. It's just in this bag. But it's a Pyrex. Honeydew is this pattern in brown, but 25 cents. Pyrex for 25 cents, I will never turn down. And then these three, these are kind of a crapshoot, but this one is, these are all used puzzles. So used puzzles, if you're not willing to put a puzzle together, don't do it. Don't buy it. You're going to get a return. You can count the pieces. I can't tell you how many times I find pieces from other puzzles in puzzle boxes when I put them together. There's zero guarantee that when you count them, that's the pieces in there. Because what will happen is somebody will donate 5 puzzles, and there's pieces at the bottom of the tote or whatever, and they just scoop them up and throw them in a box. So it's not a guarantee. But the reason I grabbed these is, for one, because they are die cut style, where this one is a circle. It's a button of political buttons. And the only reason you should pick up something like this is if you enjoy doing puzzles, which I do. I like having a puzzle sitting around that I pick at a little bit when I'm doing my coffee or playing on the computer or whatever. I like having a puzzle sit next to me, and I'll kind of do the pieces. When I'm editing videos, something's rendering, I'll do some puzzles. But the die cut ones where the puzzle is actually a shape, that's a good indicator that it might be worth something. I didn't have my phone this day, so I had no ability to look anything up. I was just kind of, you know, going off whatever I was feeling. And then this one, I looked up when I got home. I was a little disappointed. I expected much more because it's a Christmas ornament. It's in the shape of a Christmas ornament. And then it has little Christmas ornaments. Very neat. But used, complete, it's a $20 puzzle. So that's the thing. This is going to take me days to put together, and I'm going to make very little money. So it's because I want to do a puzzle, not because I'm going to make a bunch of money. And then this one, I didn't look it up yet, but very cool. It's a golf course. And again, it's a circle puzzle in a circle box. Trying to see if it tells you what golf course is on it. It doesn't say, which is surprising. Oh, it's also Sports Illustrated. So I didn't know that. It's the best 18 golf holes in America. So each one is a hole from a different course. Very neat. I'm also a golfer, so I thought that was cool. That should be fun to put together. All right, and then still at the Salvation Army, I picked up this. Again, didn't have my phone, couldn't look it up, but it's a Hobbit cassette box set, book on tape, and I just thought that was cool. I figured for $2.39, I couldn't lose out because this is going to ship media mail. I mean, what's the worst this is going to be? 15 bucks. And it looks like somebody at a garage sale tried to get 11 for it. So I think that'll be not a home run, but probably 20 bucks free shipping, something like that. And then this, you know, I love my grab bags, and I don't know which one, but I saw one Hot Wheels in here or Matchbox that was old enough that I said, you know what, that's going to pay for the bag, or at least very close to it. So I grabbed it for $3.59, and I'm very curious about that one, the Montgomery Schoolhouse little wooden toy. That might be a $9.99 free shipper, but I did remember seeing one of these in here that paid for the bag, so I said, okay, let's go ahead and take a chance on that. And then this item I have been eyeballing for about a month, so I just went ahead and bought it, and it's this fancy dolphin pin. This is made of polymer clay. I know this because my girlfriend does polymer clay crafts. It's a homemade piece. I paid $2.49, but it's worth it for me because next time I'm on Nurse Flipper for a live, I'm going to wear it. I think that's cute. I thought it'd be fun. So I picked it up for $2.49. I've been looking at it for a month. And then these two, I would never buy these in this condition. They're pretty messed up. This is all tore up. They're really gross. I mean, this one probably could clean up enough to sell, except for the dummies at the Goodwill put the sticker on the sticker. Why wouldn't you put it on the plastic so that I could take it off? What's wrong with these people? Like literally, like you could put it almost anywhere, but you put it on the sticker. The reason I bought these things that I will not resell is because I picked this one up to look at it, and I was like, oh, wow, that's full of stuff. And I haven't opened it. I looked in it, I saw a couple that paid for it, and I said, I'll figure that out later. So this is you and I discovering together. Because if you don't know, these in good condition, oh no, a spider just came out of that one. Run away, guy, or else I'm going to have to squish you. Run, run, run. Okay, he ran away. I don't kill spiders. I don't do it. They eat mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes, so I love spiders. I could tell there was stuff inside of it, and I said for the $3.99 and the $4.99, I'll find enough stuff. These are Tommy, probably. Fisher Price, actually. $19.97. So maybe if there's a couple of them, but that's not what I'm looking for. That does not go to this set, but interesting. Yeah, man. That, I don't know what that is. Again, does not go to this set. Probably not really worth it. Now I'm feeling maybe my decision was not that good, because I was hoping these things inside went to this set, which I see one at least. And here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? The little, there you go, he matches right there. The little Fisher Price pieces that go to these sets individually are worth money. And there are some, you know, you can search yourself and, you know, sort by cost, or just scroll through. Some of them are worth a lot of money. I don't know about the rooster, but we'll find out. But I bet you the rooster pays for that whole thing. And then this is a Fisher Price piece of some kind, I think, but not... Oh, there we go. There's some more in there. That's what I'm looking for. This guy goes to this set. This little pig. This sheep goes to this set. They're not in great condition. They're, as far as they're not very clean, but they will clean up. This actually goes to this set. I know because I had one. I don't know how much this is worth. It's a trough, But it's definitely, it was worth paying the $3.99 to find out, in my opinion. And this one, it's not in terrible condition. I might clean this up. I might not. In good condition, they're worth quite a bit. Now, I don't know if you can part out the handles and stuff on these. Who knows? But these fence pieces, yes, they go to this set. Cow, yes, goes to this set. This horse, yes, goes to this set. And that, I don't think does. And some other stuff in here. You know, these things go together. I don't know what set these go to, but lot them up. You might make some money. And here we go. The cow, but why does it look so weird? It's like green and missing it's like they almost switched out the legs with something else. I don't know. Never seen one that looked like that. That's weird or gross. And the tail's missing, so that's unfortunate. But the chicken, and none of those go to it. And the pig. So no, none of those. But these right here, I actually also know this goes to it. But this pile right here is more than worth the $3.99 I paid. So hopefully this one looks somewhat the same. Actually, hopefully this one looks better because I paid more. And then I assume I'll be able to lot some of these pieces together, figure out what they go to, and maybe make a couple extra bucks there too. All right, this one's a jackpot. Because, look at Fisher Price ambulance, Fisher Price car, Fisher Price bus with a character in it. The really old ones, like the wooden ones, are worth more, but very specific combinations are also worth a little more. So that one might be okay. Mini bus. I've never seen this, but that might be a good score. Also, we got furniture in the house. And the stairway is in the house. All right. And in the garage, nothing but these Fisher Price pieces add to that other pile of Fisher Price pieces. So I don't know how much these bits and pieces are going to be, but it's definitely, it was worth the shot. I said for that price, the fun of discovery will be worth it by itself. But I think I actually did really well there. I'll have to look this up. This might be a fun surprise. The stickers, of course, pretty bad, but we will see at some point. Now to get all this junk out of my way so I can pull orders today. All right, first thing going out. There's 3 of them on the same order. It is vintage Chubbs baby wipes, 2 green and 1 red. So red right here. And 2 green. 1 and 2. So I don't know if they're doing some type of Christmas decoration or what, but that right there. And since it's a multi-quantity, let me see how many I get to pack up before it switches to priority, because these are, of course, free shipping. And so if somebody gets 3 or more, it bumps up to priority, which is fine because that's still going to be cheaper than if it was 3 sold separately with first class. Because if I put those 3 into hopefully a number 7 or whatever box I fit them in, it's going to cost about $8 instead of the $12-ish for selling each one individually. So that's great. Total for the 3 of them, $32.37. I think I was running a sale that those happened to get caught up in. $32.37. Next up, turned into one of my favorite bands, the Hinsons, the Core. This one right here, the Hinsons to the Core. And now all of the Hinsons albums, except for the one I did on What's That Worth, have sold. $12.99 free shipping. Next up, it's a book. The Black Stallion right here. And that is 34th printing, 1940. So for the 34th printing, you get $5.99 free shipping. Not really worth listing, but I did it, so now I ship it. I'll still make a buck, but was it worth the buck? Probably not. Next up, it's a book. The Shattered Sphere right here. And I picked up a big lot of books at a garage sale last summer, and it was just on a whim. They all looked like they might be worth money. They were all in the fantasy realm, but they were all book club editions. So you miss out on the high dollar, but there was some that were pretty desirable in there. But even that one, I took an offer. Actually, I countered with $10.99 free shipping. And I think I was paying 25 cents a piece for them. And then last thing going out today, Disney's Tarzan Sony PlayStation 1. Right here. And I don't think I have any PS1 games left. Right there. Disney Tarzan PS1 took an offer, $16.99 free shipping. So, of course, very easy shipping day because I don't have that much to ship. All medium mail, and then this, I don't think that'll fit in a number 7, but we can hope. Ooh, it might. That would be great if it did, so I don't have to build out some other kind of box. But very easy day. Excited to get some stuff listed. Very excited to research all this Fisher-Price stuff, and hopefully one of them is one of the very desirable, very rare ones. That would be super cool. My luck, probably not, but we can hope. So that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.